how it all began. Just seemed like heaven, so why did he enter? You remember back in the fall, we've been together all day long. Do you remember us holding hands? In each other's eyes we stare. You remember the time when we fell in love. You remember the time when we first met, girl. Remember the time, oh when we fell in love. You remember the time. You remember how we used to talk. You know we stay on the phone and night till down. Do you remember all the things we said? Like I love you so I never let you